The fragrance of white lilies drawing me deep while I wait and we won't accept that you're gone. No meaning in moving on. Let me rest here beyond this pain. Sweet refuge, may I remain locked in time with you. Flame of desire, of lilies and ice and fire, come to me, fill me, kisses, joy, entice me, beautiful still.
What's it back? By me back another. Well, I'm gonna be my Corpse Factory, I should say. I will record this in about a week, a layover week. I'm sorry about that. Like I said in the previous video, I got sick, and I didn't want to record when I was overly sick. So this will be the video for today, and then I'll probably do Friday Night Funkin' the next day, and then Corpse Factory the day after that, or so on. But that being said, I remember what I want to show is that Aoi is on the front now. The only issue is that they show these people too often, like the hill, like they showed Control or whatever, way before he actually joins, and then you saw Aoi is she's not even joined at all. So this kind of ruins the surprise that she'll probably join. Tomorrow showed up about the right time almost. It was a little before she actually joins, but she did show up a little bit before. So yeah, but I usually don't go to Mimir. I just play, the actual game. But since the menu change, I wonder if this could be anybody else, or if it's just gonna be these four. But I have played like I don't know how many hours I played, but I have like I think 14 episodes. Yeah, I think 14 episodes. So I'll been playing this for a good bit. 30 minutes each episode. So anyway, let's actually load in right here. I forget where I stopped at, but I know it was right before that Emma something, whatever her name is, that she'll end up killing herself. Well, pretty much killing herself. So anyway, by the time I get home, I'm completely drained. I barely have the answer to open the front door. Savers and Odell had dragged on forever and ever, and yeah, it still felt like I didn't have enough time to get everything done. After changing out my vomiting clothes, I make myself a cup of tea. I'm hoping a few sips will help me relax and unwind. I sit down on the couch, cupping in. When it's cool enough to drink, I take a sip and feel a little bit of change pressure left from my shoulders. My laptop is sitting next to me. I know I should buy more than I could chew today. If I check for new requests, I'll probably regret it. I unfold the laptop and navigate to Coco's website. One new request. It's a William getting piled up. I can't restrain myself from opening the request. 3:03 p.m. The request came in while I was busy with Kojiro told me probably around the time we were at the morgue. The image of the victim downloads. I stare intently at the picture of my older sister. Ooh, okay, that's your older sister. Yoko Kurosawa. I don't think I put together that, yeah. Saw by currently on parole after a short second stint in prison. Yoko. What are the odds of you appearing here on my screen in my life at this moment? I haven't spoken to you for so long, I haven't seen you, I haven't even received contact from you, only to ignore it. Why are you here now? Why does everybody want you dead? I suppose it's not that hard to think why someone will question death. I'm sure you have a lot of enemies thanks to you, the crew you run with. But for someone to actually just coach career website to question death? It's coincidental, too coincidental, just like everything that's been happening lately. Yoko. I hate you so much. You abandoned me when I needed you. You abandoned Mother, even though she abandoned us first. I hate you. Coach could never refuse requests. It's one of her convictions. I never refuse requests. I closed the laptop late and warmed my eyes. Tired. I'm so tired. Judo team, Saturday morning. This is the day.
She's dead. Splattered in the flower bed.
Oh, okay.
Probably matches the photo you sent. Wish I'd seen that.
Thanks, Kojiro. And thank Tomoe for me.
No prob.
Where are you, anyway?
Parking lot across the road. Perfect view of her apartment. People are coming outside. Must have heard the splat. Mad. We'd better gun it. See ya.
Okay, bye.
I hang up the phone and a smile fights its way across my tight face. Emi Kachino was dead. She's killed herself thanks to trauma discovering her own corpse on her doorstep. Even though I forgot to send the course photo last night. I tried to plan to tell how exhausted I was. By some stroke of luck I managed to wake up early this morning. Thankfully my first thought upon waking up was to send the photo. Emi would have received the picture only an hour before the time marked on it. It was a close call, or a very close call. But I can't help but wonder if it worked out in our favor. Eventually, tomorrow we rushed over to her apartment to deliver the corpse. Forced Emi into a conversation with the photo in the immediate time of death and then the delivery of her own corpse all in the space of an hour worked to our advantage. It worked so well that I'm starting to consider making this our regular mode of operation. I glanced at the button phone on top of the coffee table. Since Emi's already dead, there's no point in me waiting 24 hours to discard it. I'll get rid of it right away. After that, I'll have to figure out what to do about the other remaining requests. I still have 2 photos of Big Sty crafted the same day I made Emi's photo. With all the urgency of plot Emi's demise, I didn't have a chance to send them. I'll have to edit them a little bit because the timestamps on them are now out of date. That's okay, it's a quick fix. And then there's a quest for Yuko Wasawa. What do you do with that too? Eventually. Okay, the next day. A quiet morning library is just why I need to escape from the chaotic whirlwind that I've been trapped in for the last few days, weeks. This place is silent as usual. There aren't many people around here. I managed, I was right the first time, not the second time. I managed to find a seat in my favorite reading nook, and I leave my belongings in a chair to save my spot while I browse for a book to read. I can't bring myself to continue reading A Strange Flower right now. Reading a book about courses while trying to take a moment away from my own life is just not going to work for me. I scan the bookshelves and look for something I like to read. Am I ready for comedy? Probably not. A fantasy adventure? Maybe, even though that's never really been my thing. Biographies are out of the question, so are history books. I can pretty much dismiss any non-fiction straight away. I'm just not in the mood. So, what should I read? thumbed through a couple of trashy romance light novels. The covers look appealing, with attractive characters smiling, holding each other, falling in love. But the content within each one is utter crap. A housewife looks for love after her husband vanishes. A vampire lord seeks his vampire queen. A college student falls in love with his professor only to find she's his long lost sister. It's all drivel. I could write better stories than these, but maybe everyone thinks that way. Defeat, I put all the books on the shelf and returned to the chair I saved. I take a seat and simply browse through my noise feed on my phone. A few photos from acquaintances, comments on the weather, a short essay who writes even a poem written in poor broken English. Trash, all of it. I used to love all the inside look at other people's lives. I lived for it, I thrived on it. I used to be a rash at smallest glimpse inside someone's life. I couldn't go more than a few hours without browsing noise. But now, something's different. Something inside me has changed. I want to say that I've recently became cynical, jaded, but that won't be accurate. It's happened this way as long as I can remember. The appeal of voyeurism just isn't there anymore. My goal and ability to manipulate the lives and depths of other people have ruined my any place I once glimpsed from simply spying on them. I need more people to die. Maybe they don't find satisfaction, ecstasy, release. I lean back in the chair and fold my arms across my chest. My foot taps against the carpeted floor impatiently. I won't find comfort in this library. I won't find relaxation. I'll only find whatever elusive feeling I'm looking for once Corpse Coach work is complete. I can't rush it. Not now that things are beginning to escalate. I could be orchestrating the deaths of 3 people right now. The 2 women that had their deaths requested at the same time as Emi and my very own sister Yoko. People are counting on me. People are counting on Corpse Coach to deliver her judgment. I hoist a strap of my hand back over my shoulder, stand up. It's time for Corpse Coach to usher in a new era of human suffering. Days gone by kinda quick.
A bizarre string of similar deaths in Tokyo over the weekend have left police and detectives completely baffled. We have Chief Detective Fujikawa at the Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department in the studio today to discuss the events. According to eyewitness reports, a young woman plummeted to her death from an apartment building on Saturday morning. 2 other women suffered a similar fate in different locations late on Sunday night.
So, she's done 3, and all 3 killed themselves.
Police have not yet released information on the identities of the young women. Would you care to share your thoughts, Detective Fujikawa?
We cannot rule out the possibility of homicide in these cases. Police recovered additional bodies at the site of each death. In each instance, a look-alike corpse matching the appearance of the victim was found. This cannot be mere coincidence. I believe that a single perpetrator is behind the deaths of all 3 women. Leaving a look-alike corpse at the scene of each crime seems to be some sort of psychotic calling card. It's clear that the death of each victim was premeditated. In cases like these, the perpetrator is often looking to be caught, even if only subconsciously. It won't take long to track them down. Once forensic analysis reveals the identities of the look-alike corpses, we will be able to uncover how and where they were obtained. We will bring the perpetrator to justice.
Police are urging citizens to be cautious in the coming weeks. If you see anyone behaving suspiciously, please call the following number.
Damn, this shit's really starting to blow up.
Yeah, it's about time.
3 deaths in 1 weekend. Corpse Girl is on fire.
She couldn't have done it without you. And Kojiro. So, thanks. I know those corpse deliveries yesterday were rather last minute.
No problem. Had nothing better to do anyway.
I've still got 1 victim ready to conquer, but I'm not sure when to go through with it.
What's the issue?
It's someone I know.
So? Didn't bother you when we stuck it to that Emi chick.
This is a little different. It's my sister.
Yo, hold up. You've got a sister?
Mm-hmm. Yuriko. She's older than me.
Shit. and like, someone requested her death through Corpse Girl's website?
Seems like it.
Jeez, what are the chances?
I'm wondering the same thing.
Well, think it over a bit longer. You might want to lay low for a while anyway. Sounds like Shinya's dad is all over this case.
Sorry? Shinya's dad?
That detective guy, Fujikawa.
What? He's Shinya's dad?
Yep, friggin' scary guy. Had an awkward dinner with him and Shinya a while back.
Wow. You know, I met him once before.
You did?
He certainly was intimidating. But don't worry, we only met by chance. Had nothing to do with Corpse Girl.
Alright, as long as he doesn't know your identity, you should be fine. Still, what's your next move?
I'll think over what to do about my sister for a little longer. But as soon as more requests come through the website, I'm going to fulfill them. I don't have the luxury of time. I can't just lay low like you said.
Sheesh, when did you grow a pair?
I'm serious. I'm tired of lagging behind. Corpse Girl is on a winning streak now. It's up to me to keep it going.
Okay, well, just let me know when you need me.
Thanks, I will.
Well, back to work or whatever.
I turn back to my complaint after tomorrow leaves. 3 devs in 1 weekend. Corpse Girl truly is on top of her game. It was a bit of hard work, but in the end I managed to pull through, thanks to a bit of luck, of course. Yesterday, after returning home from the library, I had a sudden burst of inspiration. I ran a reverse image search on photos of the 2 women that were submitted to the Corpse Girl website. It was pretty easy to locate their nose profiles thanks to that. I was kind of shocked when I saw that we all share 2 mutual friends, and always Emi Katsuno and Yoko Kurosawa. A bit of digging through the profiles revealed their names should be Fuyumi and Amino and Minami Sachiko. They both worked in the same store as Emi and my sister. It struck me that then that all these requests must be somehow related, but that didn't matter so much. Tracking down Amino's and Sachiko's address wasn't stiff because I feared I could contact Tomori, and she told me she was familiar with the store they worked at. She volunteered to head over there and see if she could access the employee records. Apparently the whole job was so easy that she managed to walk in and out in 3 minutes flat. She said that none of the staff even batted an eye as she walked in, and she simply strolled into the back room, rummaged through the filing cabinet, and snapped a photo of the employee contact sheet. With that information at her disposal, none stood in our way at delivering lookalike coaches to the homes. A few hours shift between the morgue and the factory, and it was done. Both Automata and Sachiko killed themselves within an hour of each other. So far, the kill rate of delivering the photo and then the corpse is 100%. I couldn't imagine the thoughts that must go through someone's mind when they are faced with their own corpse. The looming dread, hopelessness, and fear of inability have proven to be overwhelming that suicide becomes the only viable option. Because of this development, I finally ruled out the possibility of Corpse Girl's victims being murdered by some mysterious stranger. I only ever invented that theory due to the strange circumstances in which Ruby Hudson died. After all, she was hung from a scarecrow in uncanny similar fashion to the corpse photo I invented for her. None of the other victims' deaths since then have made me truly suspect that another party could be involved. All of them have clearly been suicides, or in the case of Ichi Hanada, coincidental accidents. The Chome Ida's death was an outlier since she was likely killed out of self-defense. I'm about 90% sure that Corpse Girl's power lies in the ability to convince victims to end their lives. There's no third party more than acting on her behalf. And I begin to suspect that the power I hold is no esoteric, arcane force. It's not some supernatural art. It's not witchcraft or sorcery or some holy power bestowed upon me from on high. The power Corpse Girl holds is simple determination, grit, resolve. My will to end lives is what drives me to craft convincing corpse photos and deliver look-alike cadavers. That in itself is enough to act as the knife chosen in a victim's side. It's enough to compare those weak of heart and weak of mind to end their lives. If that's all my power ends up being, I'm happy. I'm happy that I could be the instrument that delivers Coast justice, regardless of whether it's through mundane or mysterious methods. As long as the victims continue to drop like flies in the wake of Coast ascension, I will remain content. And this is only just the beginning. There are no new requests when I log into Coast website this evening. I'm sure you're okay with that. There's something I want to do before more requests come through anyway. I'm going to make some updates to the websites. A few improvements that will considerably ease the workload placed upon Coast could join me. The website that my sense, I add a couple of extra data fields to the front page. Instead of just asking for the phone and phone number, the website now requires a victim's address to be provided. This will ensure we can successfully deliver a course for every request. In addition, the site now asks for the victim's name. I've always been hesitant about requesting this specific detail. I never want to know the names of the people Coach Go will kill. It creates familiarity, and I always used to worry that it would prevent me from going through with a request. But more than all of that, I feared that I would live too deep into someone's life. I feared that I would become too attached, too entranced by standing on the outside looking in. Knowing someone's name would have always allowed me to easily find victims online and go down the rabbit hole of spying on their private lives. My voyeuristic fetishes were not defeating me. I know myself, and I know now I've become far too interested in pushing the creator to death. It's a serious I never was image such a victim's photo before yesterday. Now that Costco needs a victim to address the issue of kill, I have to get past all that. I have to be strong for Costco. I'm so relieved at the time in the studio, but after all, I haven't been as well as usual stalking people online. I don't know my libido is just low, or if I truly have become uninterested in such things. Either way, I believe I'm able to cope with the burden of extra knowledge. Learning victims' names and addresses, all of that, it's going to work in Costco's favor. And I'm surely strong enough now not to give in to this and succumb to the scopophilia that has plagued my existence for years. After adding the victim's name and address field to the website, I decided to add one final touch. There's a particular line of text that describes how the site works. I've always liked it. Says your victim will receive a photo of their own course shortly before they die. It's concise and it perfectly sums up the intention of the website. However, it needs to be updated correctly, applied to Costco's new modus operandi. I changed the line ever so slightly, just enough to make a difference. And that means your victim will receive their own course shortly before they die. Some people might think it doesn't make sense. They think that maybe it's a typo written by someone not familiar with the language. But it's completely intentional. Now that I've made all the changes to the website, I click the save button to the admin panel. The changes are reflected immediately on the front page of the site. Costco's new and improved request form is online. With that done, I need to simply sit back and wait for some new requests to pour in. And it shouldn't take long once I put my plan into motion, because I finally figured out how my sister could be of use to me after all these years. She's going to help me become famous. Yuki Koso's death will ensure that everybody in Japan knows the name's Costco. June 16th, Tuesday. Real quick, I'm gonna do this real quick. Might hear my fan, might not. That's a good question. But I need to get water because slight dialogue.
Oh shit.
Think of it used as genetic charges, so I could plug into the kitchen outlet and wait for it to return life. I glance back at the open door. It's completely empty now. I'm going to need to restock my supply of bonus if I hope to continue with Costco's work. I know you bought my fingers at the thought. Getting these phones is easy. It's free, yes, but not easy. If I get buses trying to lift a stack of them, that might very well be the end of me. Half the team's mainly forces passed by some point today. Once Costco cares of my sister, my website is going to explode with new requests. I need to prepare as possible. I decided to finish getting ready for work by the burnout charges. As much as I like to simply skip out and deal with my sister, I do need to pop into the office. Missing too many days is going to lead to get fired, and that might compromise my mission. I take my medication, I put on my makeup, and I pack my handbag. It's all so mundane, but it's all necessary. Each day is the same routine. There's comfort to be found in that, especially for someone like me, but sometimes I remember the excitement of finding myself in new situations. Even those situations end up with me lying in the muck of a bathroom floor or against the stone-cold tiles of a morgue. When I'm ready to leave the apartment, I start to pull the phone up and check the battery. It's about 40%. That should be plenty. I stash it in my handbag so it's ready for action when the time comes. I'm out the door at the same time as every other day. I find myself alone in the office real after the workaday is ended. The entire floor is empty, silent. I shut down the computer and stretch my tense arms. I don't really like staying back late, but sometimes it's necessary to get work done. And when I say work, I am course before the course goes task. When I'm absolutely sure that everybody has gone home, I get out of my chair and wait Leslie in one office. It's kind of nice having the place to myself. It's like my apartment, only bigger and colder, without that terrible odor mold that permits the walls. I noticed that quite a few people tend to leave their belongings at the desk. Not too valuable. The occasional coat, hats, or pair of headphones. Should somebody of low moral character wish to steal them, there would be none stopping them. I'm personally not interested in any of that. I walk to the other side of the office floor and reach the seniors' cubicles. Even the seniors leave important things on the ground. There's a kit bag with a cake shop logo on the front, a company credit card, a few personal bank statements. But the contents of the desk drawers are where the real gold is found. As I rifle through one drawer in particular, I found exactly what I'm looking for. It's an old noise print phone, a few miles older than my own. I slipped into my handbag right alongside the button phone I bought from home. I close the desk drawer gently and straps into the next cubicle. The top drawer here contains a flip phone, a familiar classic. It'll show me where into the handbag, I guess, goes. One of the main problems I have with this company, with any company in fact, is the wasteful attitude of management. Executives, seniors, and even some junior staff are provided with company phones basically. You're expected to make calls on the job. The company will issue you a phone so that you don't have to use your own. However, with the rapid evolution of modern technology, phones often find themselves replaced or upgraded well before they cease function. And management doesn't care about recycling or repurposing unused, obsolete phones. The devices drift to the bottom of the drawers or storage cabinets, destined to become forgotten within moments. Am I really doing the work day by taking these phones off the company's hands? It's not like I'm stealing personal properties from employees. I'm only taking what the company is likely to write off as a business expense, and this is a multi-billion company. Are they really going to miss the odd, outdated device? I justified this to myself long ago. I'm ensuring these phones are used for a bigger purpose. It is not bigger than fulfill Costco's ambitions. As I swipe the fourth and fifth phone, I hear the ding of an elevator from across the office floor.
Shit.
Someone's here. I need to get away from the cubicles while being seen.
Noriko, is that you?
Must have ducked down a second too late because the voice identified me quickly. I scuttle forward on my knees a little bit so that I'm not so close to the corners. When I get to my feet, I'm halfway between the senior employee area and the junior's open plan desk.
Shinya?
Shea walks over from the elevator to greet me.
Hi. You're here awfully late. What were you doing over there? That is, if you don't mind me asking.
Oh. I lent my USB drive to one of the seniors earlier, and they didn't return it, so...
Oh. Did you find it?
Nope. Oh well. I'll ask about it tomorrow.
I could help you look if you like.
Seriously, it's okay. I'm about to head home anyway. What are you doing here?
I left my wallet at my desk. Can you believe it? Luckily, I remembered before I took Tomoe out for dinner. I would have appeared to be quite the buffoon if I'd been unable to pay for our meal.
Yeah, I suppose so. Hey, how are things anyway?
Things with Tomoe are great. We are truly in love.
Well, okay, not exactly what I meant, but
I
how are things here? I mean, what happened with Kotomi and...
Ah, that whole kerfuffle. Can you believe Miss Ida is dead now? Is it wrong of me to say that I'm happy she's dead? Is that an awful thing to admit?
gently shook my head, but I don't interrupt this train of thought.
It's so bizarre. Especially considering our relationship and how determined she was to end my career.
It bothers me that Shin still afford to congratulate himself with Kotomiya's relationship.
It would seem that she was the only one with animosity toward me. As such, the other executives said I'm welcome to work here as long as I like. In fact, they were even generous enough to give me a small salary raise.
Wow! That's great, Shinya. I'm really happy for you.
Thank you. It truly was a struggle there for a little while.
Put my brain game and what I'm saying, the following words tumble out of my mouth.
Do you want to talk about it?
Noriko, I know that I haven't been as open with you as I should have been. Maybe talking about it will help me put the whole thing behind me.
I bite my tongue as I try to think of a way to back out of the situation.
Oh. You know, if you're uncomfortable talking to me, maybe Tomoe can help?
My direction is met with a smile. It looks like I'm too deep
Tomoe
now.
means well. She really does. But whenever I bring up the subject, she becomes visibly angry. Many a death threat against Miss Ida has been made aloud. I wouldn't be all too surprised if Tomoe was the one who killed her. There certainly is a motive there, after all.
So you don't know who killed Kotomi?
I don't even think the police know that much. Father showed me the photos of the crime scene. Chances are that whoever did kill her was also killed in return. Though, as abusive as she was toward me, I never took her as the type to instigate a mass murder. She was an angry person, yes, but that seemed to stem from a lack of fulfillment. That's what I assume, anyway. And I think that's the reason she made her advances on me.
Shinya, I really am sorry. I'm so sorry that you had to go through such a traumatic experience.
I thought I was going to lose everything. My job, my relationship. Miss Ida threatened to steal it all away from me, just so she could experience some form of power, some small manner of pleasure. Why do people do those things, Noriko? What joy is there even to be found in...
I take my time to consider my reply. I'm probably not the best person for him to be having this discussion with, but all this considered, it does seem to be helping him come to terms with things.
Shinya, what you went through with Kotomi, what she did to you, that's not what it's about. She never had the right to put you through that. I hope that one day, when you're comfortable and feeling healthy, I hope that you can make some good memories with Tomoe.
Yes. I hope so. Thank you, Noriko.
Don't mention it.
Oh no, my words were the right ones. Why do I have to talk about what he went through? I couldn't hope that I managed to bring him some sort of comfort.
I better grab my wallet and get going. Don't want to keep Tomoe waiting. Say, would you like to join us, Noriko? Are you hungry at all?
Oh, I don't want to intrude on your romantic evening.
It's no trouble, really.
Maybe next time. I have some things I need to do tonight.
Okay, no problem. Well, see you later.
Sure, takes off towards the stairs. I feel beside relief as I hoist my hand back up from the ground, feeling the reassured weight of my newly acquired body phones. I enter the elevator and give a polite wave to Shannon as the door closes.